um, a news from the international scene, and then we'll gradually come back to Nigeria. Okay, on the international scene today, President Donald Trump responds to reports that Oprah Winfrey is reportedly considering a presidential run during a meeting on immigration on Tuesday. And if you look at this, I think
he actually said something. You know, I saw the video and I was like,
yes.
wow.
I think Donald Trump is trying to kind of use his psychology on Oprah Winfrey.
Of course. We know him. We know his antics and stuff like that. So to a very large extent, I'm not surprised. I believe what I actually saw in the video, he's trying to make sure he weakens any form of opposition.
Yes.
So it's quite normal for Trump. I'm not surprised.
And for me, if you ask me, there's no serious opposition in the United States. All of that, like we have in Nigeria, where people come out.
No way you want to see it. They are with Trump.
Okay, and he said something. I quote: "I would beat Oprah. Oprah would be a lot of fun. I like Oprah. I don't think she is going to run," says Trump. I'd like to play this audio for our listeners to get to understand what we are talking about.
Yep.
So listeners, do enjoy this audio and tell us what you think. So you heard that right. He said he's going to beat Oprah Winfrey, and he knows Oprah Winfrey very much. And then when it comes to, in fact, he's sounding too sure, like he knows Oprah Winfrey, that Oprah Winfrey won't run.
The thing is, you know Trump, you know him, we know him and everything. So it's not a matter of he's trying to weaken any form of opposition, you know, come the next presidential election in the United States. But I believe, going by
the extent so far, my colleague here thinks Trump has done well. What do you think? Do hit us up on our Twitter handle and let us know what you think about that. Okay, coming back to Nigeria, slowly we're coming back to the nation political affairs. Let us look at a case that has been bothering Nigeria for a very, very long time, and nobody seems to be talking about it, which is the Benue and Nasarawa headsmen killing. I won't say Benue precisely because the headsmen have been everywhere recently.
They've been on rampage.
Now,
you know,
over 50 indigents of Benue State were killed recently by these same headsmen. Not to talk about the last killings that are countless.
You know,
and then also in Nasarawa State there was a record of another killing by the same headsmen. First of all, what did you think about this headsman killing?
I think it's unfortunate, and to a very large extent, it's a national embarrassment as far as I'm concerned. We cannot be talking about headsmen killing people consecutively without any given input.
Sad.
You know,
that's quite sad.
Some people lost their lives. As if that wasn't enough, just last week we had 11
over
people,
50.
You understand? 50 people were killed in Nasarawa, 11 people were killed in Benue. Again, as if that wasn't enough, yesterday we had 2 policemen were killed, you know, by the same headsmen.
Another thing that bothers me so much is the fact that the federal government is not even saying anything about it.
You know,
when it was the case of Boko Haram,
silence is something
when
else.
It was the case of Boko Haram,
you know,
it was taken in national.
No, it was a national problem. There was a national emergency. You know,
we had the U.S. coming in to support. We had the.
You know,
but how come the presidency is not even saying anything about this?
This silence is suggestive. You know, this definite silence by the president is suggestive. Yeah, because I heard the chairman or the spokesman of the Media Allah Cattle Breeders Association. He came out on Real Power, you know, a media, you know, company here in Nigeria, and then he made mention of something that, you know, it's tantamount to what terrorism.
Questioning.
Or his question, you know, when
he conceded to the fact that they attacked.
Yeah, of course, he took responsibility of the action.
Which is bad.
You know, and till now, they've not been brought to book. They've not been brought to book as I'm talking to you. The recent development is Mr. President yesterday sending the IGP.
Yes, he relocated the. See, I think I was going to come to that.
I was telling somebody something. If you like, take the IGP, his family, his extended family, and his ancestors down to that place. It will solve the problem. Are you getting me? It will solve the problem. The problem we need this problem is a large-scale problem. It's no longer a macro security problem. You know, it's more than a macro security. We need, you know, a joint task force.
Okay, to my people in Benue State and Nasarawa, we from all of us at Mirabel Radio, we sincerely sympathize with you. And to the dead, we say, may their souls rest in peace. It is quite disheartening. It is quite unfortunate. It is, you know, most especially when you get into a new year and then you're happy, good things are about to come, and then
all of a sudden.
Let me read this thing to our listeners. Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State yesterday rejected the federal government's proposal of establishing colonies of cattle herders, insisting that the only option was to establish the establishment of ranches as it was globally.
One cow can sell close to 250,000 naira. You know, so if you sell a cow for 250,000, why can't you bring out money to invest, you know, to build a ranch? And nobody's taxing you. Nobody taxes them.
And if you ask me, these ranches would go a long way to bring about orderliness in the country,
of course,
because there won't be, you know, cows littering up and down, moving everywhere, you know, dropping feces up and down.
It was part of the anti-grazing bill. Are you getting me?
Yes.
That was passed by Governor Sam Otom.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's not just passing the bill. Do you have the power to enforce
the bill? Because it is not in his making to enforce the bill.
See, it all boils down to what I've been saying about what restructuring the police force. In short, restructuring generally.
Yes.
Yeah, because he made a law, but he can't be able to execute it.
Okay,
you understand?
So
because he doesn't have the control of the security apparatus.
Okay, so from the look of things, you are in support of the restructuring bid.
Of course. We need to restructure basically everything in this country, starting from the police.
All right, thank you very much. To our listeners out there, if you are in support of the restructuring bill, please hit us up and let us know what is your pain. What is your opinion? Do you want Nigeria to restrict on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram at Mirabel Radio NG? Okay, very quickly, let's look at another case that is attached to this Benue killing.
Yes.
Just recently, the presidency ordered the IGP to relocate to Makudi in Benue State.
Yes.
And then it reads like this. President Muhammad Buhari has ordered the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, to immediately relocate to Benue State following ongoing tensions in the state, following renewed killings of residents by suspected herdsmen. President Buhari and IG of Police received the presidency's directive to the police chief late night on Monday, particularly mandated the police boss to immediately restore law and order, prevent further loss of lives, and forestall the crisis from escalating and spreading to the state. Yes. What do you think about this? Do you think it's a right step in the right direction?
I think this is medicine after death.
Okay.
This is medicine after death. Yeah, because you are telling the IGP to relocate.
Yes.
Lives have been lost already.
Okay.
Now, the IGP going there, remember I told you recently, 2 policemen were killed.
Okay.
See, this is a widespread, something we need the joint task force. The army should come, the police should be involved, the civil defense, everybody should come and combat this menace. Remember what happened in River State?
Okay.
River State, we had killings in River State too. On the 1st.
Yes.
You know, as a result of cultist activities.
Yes.
Then the next day, you know, Don Wani, who was the masterminder, you know, he was caught, he was killed by the, by the army.
If there can be that rapid response to things, I think we would make a headway in the country.
Of course.
Not when things must have happened after a long while, you now come back to say, okay, I am ordering this to do this, to do that.
You know the problem?
Yes.
The problem is I can see insincerity of purpose written all over this issue.
It is.
The government has not decided to do the right thing. They know these people. Remember the case, they were saying something of him and the Nasarawa governor,
Tanko
Almakura,
yes.
and Samuel Luton. They were going back and forth concerning
I think let's get
where the herdsmen are coming from.
True.
That should not be the issue.
Let's get something on that. We have lots of those stories on ground. Now, that one reads: the Benue State Governor Samuel Otom and his Nasarawa State counterpart Tanko Almakura have disagreed